wanted to be by about 2 hours, but I am on. And as per usual, you can hear my obnoxious phone, which I'm going to now turn down. But anyway, so yesterday was pretty fun. I did a speed run of the game. It didn't take too long. 5 hours, 55 minutes, 16 seconds, as you can see there. And now we're going to continue our real playthrough. So this of we're working towards ending D now. And so what the plan is today is to get all the way up until the Aerie. And the reason for that is because, as you know, once we beat the Aerie, we can no longer go back there. And the Aerie seems to be the only place that has eagle eggs. And I know I need at least 1 or 2 more of those. And so, can't have that be destroyed. I wonder if these are just never going to grow ever again. Because I planted these before the restart. Before like I changed the endings over. I wonder if they're affected by that. Because it's been a day or 2, I think. Weird. Alright, well, whatever. I'll ignore it for the moment. But what we do need to do is we're going to the junk store. Or junk room, rather. And we're gonna hang out with BB and Gideon, and we're gonna go check out that. So it'll be good. But yeah, and unfortunately, I think just between the amount of time spent on the speed run yesterday and then playing like VR chat and things like that last night, mixed with having brunch and breakfast lines, I didn't have any time to watch any anime. So unfortunately, I don't have anything new to talk about for that. But you know, that's okay. You're probably here for the Nier, not for the chatting about the anime. But yeah. Also, if this gets particularly laggy between the feed on Twitch versus the chat and how much I'm responding to things, but there else goes. Oh, hi Gov. You were hyped for that, Frank. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Just between yesterday and then I had brunch. Well, there were supposed to be brunch plans, but they turned into lunch plans. I didn't have any time to watch the new Franks episode, but I'm looking forward to it because wasn't last week was a recap episode, so there wasn't anything new. But I'm gonna assume it was pretty good, so I'll definitely watch it tonight. Were there any, without giving anything away, were there any like big reveals or more information about the world that they're all in? Like the whole adult things and stuff, because last... Oh, I clicked something. What happened? Sorry. Sorry. I don't know what's going on there. Like the whole adult thing, because What's-His-Face met the adult last time. And, yeah. Not too much about that besides the hints. Okay. Cool. I'm assuming that maybe... Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't assume that there might be more about maybe 02 will stop being in that mood she was in about her fangs, or whatever it was that she was going through last time. But yeah, I feel very behind right now on my shows. I'm trying to think how many I have to watch at the moment. At least 3 or 4, at least behind, because they all came out yesterday and the day before. I tried to watch some on Saturday morning, and I succeeded, but Franks wasn't out at the time when I was watching it. So, get this shiny. Also, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? That was dumb of me. I don't know why I crossed the bridge. I think it's because I was talking about the Aerie. It just made me think about it, and so I started heading towards it as opposed to towards the junk heap where I'm supposed to be going. Derp. But yeah. I think I was also kind of being lax about making myself watch the anime. I mean, it's for relaxation, but because of having this week off and whatnot, I was kind of thinking I would just catch up on a lot of anime that way. before the new season starts and everything goes to craziness. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but either way, I have 25 shows lined up for next season. So I'm expecting to drop maybe 1 or 2 of them because it's going to be 3-episode rules. But I got 25 shows to watch next season according to my plan to watch list. So that'll be a thing. That will be a thing. But I mean, like, some of them are movies though, like Batman Ninja. But I wasn't including that in the count of the 25. So I don't even remember most of the names of them. I mean, besides a few that are continuations of things. Like obviously, you're gonna keep watching Franks, and Beatless is continuing, I believe. What else? Some other stuff. But they are doing the third or fourth season of Nobunaga Shinobi, which are just like little shorts. They're each episode's only like 5 or 7 minutes long, but they're like historical things. Okay, I'll be quiet for the cutscene.
Damn, where'd they go?
You're behind on Beatless. Yeah, they've had 2 recap episodes, so the Beatless studio's a little bit behind on Beatless, I think. This past, the one that came out just the other day, was a recap episode, and then like 3 or 4 episodes before that was another recap. But I'm okay with that since keeps the quality good. Unlike, holy shit, March and Machen. Oh my gosh, I was like in a fit of laughter and crying, and this. Oh my gosh, hold on. What's the cutscene? I'll tell you about it. Poor Khalil. It's weird for the humans to be chasing a shade, don't you think? Like somebody's just clearing out the junk heap of shades? I wonder how long ago this happened.
Who are you? Military defense robot P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes. What is crying? Who is Mom?
It's a very pragmatic shade.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago. 874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes. I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying. You.
Whoops.
Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil. Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
It actually makes sense for the robots to defend the shades if you think about it.
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Beepy. I think there's nothing else, right? But yeah, so March and Machen is one that I've been watching this season, and it kind of started late. But anyway, it's it has an interesting premise to it, where like they're using fairy tales as like their powers in like a battle royale kind of thing.
Machinery here.
Oh, sorry, another cutscene.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh wow! Check this out! It looks brand new!
Hey, be careful there.
I'm fine.
Oh no.
Huh?
Look out!
Jacob! Jacob, no! No, this can't be happening!
Here comes the Spike Spencer now.
No!
Get in the fucking robot, Shinji. Dun, 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 dun. That was scary. I agree, Khalil.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Yeah, you're right. It did not help. Though I don't know if he can help how he looks, to be honest. He just kind of looks that way. But yes, not a good place. Wrong place at the wrong time. But yeah. Anyway, so Margin... Oh, Vice. I'm trying to talk, Vice.
They might know something about this.
So Margin Machen has an interesting premise where, like, there's like a magical battle royale thing and whatnot, and all of the girls have like powers that come from story books and stuff. The main character has like Cinderella as her origin story, is what it's called. And they took a brief like 2-week or so hiatus to quote get the quality back up.
Hello again.
Because I guess they were thinking it was suffering or something like that. And holy shit, the episode that just came out the other day was like something made in MS Paint. Like I think someone was saying online that like half the studio's like animator team like quit or something like that, or like the original team quit, and it was like shockingly bad quality in such a degree that like when I go hang out with some couple of my friends, I'm gonna show them specifically. I'm gonna like show them like the first episode of the show, and then I'm gonna show them this one and just watch their reaction, because it's like amazingly bad. Where like people's eyes are pointing different ways, they're drawn differently, like within the same scene. Someone talks and a different character's mouth moves. Like it was crazy. Like it was bad, but at the same time, like hilarious. But every now and then, I think they must have been using like footage or stuff that was drawn previous to whatever happened in the studio. Because sometimes, at the very beginning of the episode, the quality was fine, and then like 5 minutes later, after the intro, all of a sudden it's like, am I watching the same show? Because it didn't even look like it sometimes. So, yeah, it was special. Very, very special. I mean, like you could just go watch like the first episode, which was pretty funny, and then watch, I think it was episode 8 or 9. Let me check real quick. 9. Episode 9 is super quality one. But it's amazingly bad. It was, yeah. But anyway. So yeah, I can't remember every single show that I put into my plan to watch list, because I basically just go through the list of stuff that's airing next season, read the synopsis, watch the trailer, and then go from there. And if it looks interesting, I'll watch it. But like a bunch of last episodes of things came out today. Why does it do this?
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
He died protecting the only family he had left. It's a damn shame.
Yep. I don't know why it gives me the memory alloy during the second playthrough. Like, I'm not complaining that it does that. But, yeah, okay. I guess we could go through the junk heap if you want to. We could go through the junk heap. We don't have to right now because it just gave us the memory alloy. But, yeah, so I'm cool with that. We'd end up going to the Forest of Myth, I think. Oh, there we go. What's a ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yeah, he learned.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world. Because we are friends.
Aww. I wonder why it says young shade for the dialogue box still instead of listing Khalil. Maybe just an oversight or translation thing. Oops. Poke. There's the mouse, right? Yep. Tasty mouse. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the latest episode of Franks. And then there's the... Let's see. So, like, the things that I haven't watched yet today, or from yesterday or the day before, what is in my list? Let me see here. We'll talk to Gideon while I mess with this on the other screen. Yay, start upgrading. Yay. Let's see. I have Hakume to Mikochi to watch. That came out, I think, on Friday. Or Friday morning, I think. So I have episode 11 of that. And then I have the latest episode of Takunomi, which is the show about girls getting drunk. It's like a short. Let's go talk to Popola. Yeah, let's talk to Popola. We'll do the Force and Myth afterwards. Then, let's see what else. Then I have the last, I think it's the last episode. Last or second last episode of Citrus. Then Darling, obviously. The last episode of Slow Start, I believe. This is episode 12. The last episode of The Ancient Magus' Bride. I think it's the last episode of Pop Team Epic. And as well, was there Shiny? No. As well as the last episode of Mitsuboshi Colors. So, my plan is to watch that tonight. And my brother's going to be picking me up in order to give me a ride and whatnot. And stuff, because we're going to hang out for that vacation week and stuff. And so if he was thinking about maybe coming up tonight. So maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch the shows with him. It'll be fun. Oh, there's no shiny. But I have all those to watch. It's like 5? I think it's like 5 shows. Which isn't too bad. But I'm looking forward to Darling Day. Was there a new Klaxosaurus? Is it Klaxosaur or Klaxosaurus? Klaxosaur, right? Was there a new monster to fight, or was it more like a story-wise episode, where like some character development stuff going on? Or I suppose it could be character development with a story too, but just curious if there's going to be an interesting new Klaxosaur to see. Because I have been enjoying the various designs that they did for the monsters. Some of them are kind of interesting. Oh wow, there we go. Don't need any herbs. Popola. There's a new one. Cool. Was it another, what do they call them? The really big ones. It's like a something class. I don't remember. Oh well, whatever. It'll be fun when I watch it. It will be fun, I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping, as far as, like I was saying, Marching Agent's quality thing, I'm hoping that the reason this episode was so bad was was like they were just using old stuff or whatever, and the new stuff is gonna be better. I don't know. I'll find out. But they call it something. It's not like gargantuan. It has a specific name. I can't remember what the class is, but whatever. Whatever. But I'm thinking that like what kind of my plan for the rest of my day is do this, get to the Airy, save, watch all the anime that I need to watch. So that'll be like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours or so, hour and a half. And then after that, maybe either do some Raider Sphere some more, or pack a bit. Gutenberg, yeah, that's right. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. I felt like it'd be with a G, but I couldn't remember. The Gargantuan was the only name that was popping into my mind. So. Oh, and by the way, notice I had mail time. Ever watch Blue's Clues when you're younger? Mail time, mail time, mail time. Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Mail. I may have watched a good amount of that show when I was a kid, and the mail song definitely. Yes, exactly. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Bow. That's a good show. And then Steve went to quote unquote college, I believe. Also known as rehab, I believe is what it actually was, or something like that. I don't know if those were just rumors, because like I can't remember how old I was at the time, but if those were just rumors spread by people, or if like it was actually true that he went to like rehab or something, that for like drug use, or that he like really thought that blue was real or something silly like that. I don't know. I just remember, what was the guy's name? Orange Shirt, whatever his name was, like Steve's cousin, as they built it. I was not as good. I feel like the show went really downhill from there. He didn't seem to believe in blue quite as much as Steve did. And maybe that's why they hired him. But there was a rumor that people thought he was dead. Oh, I didn't know that one. I only know this came up somehow the other day with one of my friends, and she looked up a picture of him and like what he looks like now, and he's got like no hair and like super thick glasses, and I don't know, he's looking interesting, I guess. I'm curious what he's like does now for like work, like if he still does like child show acting, or if he just moved on to something else like more low-key. But the picture she showed me of him looked pretty special. I can't remember the orange guy's name. Was it Joe? Joe? Was his name really like... I think it might have been Joe. Because it was something generic, kind of like Steve. So I guess... No, Steve is just a common name. Joe is just like, Joe Schmo. Kind of like Joe Smith. Stuff like that. Or John Smith, I guess. So Joe Smith would be slightly less common. It's his brother. Alright, we get to hear the wolf. Good old wolf. This is like the only like intelligent animal shade that I know of. Oh no, I guess the bull is. Or the boar rather. The bull is bull. But this one like living alongside all the other wolves. Aw, poor Cerberus. He knows the love that he had for his master. I should probably fight some of the scorpions along my way, because I think I still need to upgrade my like scorpion claw. Where are you going, wolf? My scorpion claw weapon or whatever it's called. And I think that takes like the scorpion stingers as an upgrade material. So if I run into a scorpion, I'll take it out and see if I can get some materials. Wolves.
Strike you as curious to find wolves in the desert. What sustenance could they possibly hope to attain here?
Looks like I should have said yes.
It's kind of interesting how little the replicants kind of think about their world. Like wolves in the desert. That does seem a little odd. So my
Kind of like shrimp. What if you could eat
one of my housemates was watching Planet Earth. Like I guess there's a new season or something like that. Oof. But there was an episode about the desert and stuff, and they had a fight between a scorpion and a like blind bat, or I guess not a blind bat, but a bat.
Whatever, Gramps.
And it was kind of crazy to watch. Oh, Vice. But yeah, it was really interesting. I never really watched. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 actual episodes of the Planet Earth documentary because I like documentaries, but I don't spend much time watching them because I rather play a game or like read a book most of the time. But some of the stuff they show is just crazy, and also makes me like really wonder how the heck they get that footage sometimes. Like they should make a documentary about the making of Planet Earth, because I bet you that's actually like a really interesting process. Because like wildlife photography kind of stuff, like it just seems like it'd be a big waiting game, like waiting for like animals to show up like near your camera, or maybe they just have like cameras that have like super good zoom and really like high definition quality. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about it. I was talking to the friend who I was having lunch with today about like how it's just kind of interesting in general when like you meet people who like are in a field that's like entirely different from what you do in your day-to-day work, and like when you kind of exchange, you know, tell each other like, oh, like what do you do on like your average day and stuff, and kind of talk about it, like some of the stuff that goes into things that you never really think about is like way more involved and larger, and then like you kind of take for granted your own knowledge of like whatever your career choice and job is. And I don't know, it's my friend works in like journalism and stuff like that, and like for a magazine, and I do software engineering, so we have a rather large difference in what we do, but to both of us kind of like completely foreign concepts. Where like I don't know how much time goes into like writing one of these articles and stuff, but I talked to her and like she travels a lot for it. Like if she's gonna do like an interview on you know, I don't know, like organic food or something like that, then she's gonna travel like all over the place to like a bunch of different farms and interview a bunch of different people and like do a lot of legwork, and then finally after she has all that, she's like organize her notes and things, and then finally like write the article and then cut it down to be like the right size so it will fit, and then it has to go through a ton of editorial and copy, and if it like references like any kind of like health information, then she has to get it like pushed through kind of like you know, the fleet of editors who specifically have that kind of knowledge to kind of get it like fact checked and thing, and it's really interesting. And then, you know, like I tell her about, you know, stuff I'm doing or whatnot, and like, you know, it's like a totally different thing where like a lot of people don't know, you know, how, you know, like how Twitch works or something, or you know how you get a web page out on the screen, all the little tiny pieces of it, like the differences between like the back end and front end side of things.
My deepest sympathies.
And like I take it for granted.
Love married life.
All the things I know about it, so it's interesting to talk with her about and kind of exchange that information. So I don't know, we were just talking about it today. I don't remember how I quite prompted that random thing, but yeah.
You have grown into a fine example of womanhood. I'm sure you will make a splendid queen.
Kaine's gonna want to see this.
She's the feisty one that here. You know, of all the places for like Emil to live, I bet you Facade would be really good because people would just look at his face and think he's wearing a mask.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Congratulations on your wedding.
Taku.
I'm sorry Kaine's not here, but
言ってして沢たいて土地ラタチアタよりせれやりさたちとっていいテスレ
How can we refuse?
Yeah, Facade's pretty nice. A lot of rules, but good people. Good people. But yeah, no matter how different like the fields or like topics of conversation review, as long as people are passionate about it, it's always interesting to talk, I think. Okay. And then we have the soldiers and the wolves, right? That's the next part here, I think. I wonder if those guys just did that, like, without any approval, or if, like, the advisor or someone else, like, ordered them to do it first. Because it seems like something, you know, that people would just, like, some soldiers would possibly go do kind of thing, maybe. But, I don't know. I don't know. Vice. If they're talking about timing and temperatures, yeah, that's kind of the feeling that I got. Yep. I mean, they did it with good intentions, I guess, though, you know? But still, yeah, they ruined everything. Oh man, Vice. Alright, here we go. Emil's dialogue, which we will now look at in a bit of a new light. But Emil says this: if you can find a girl who doesn't mind what he looks like. I wonder what the original Japanese is. Because if Yoko Taro like confirmed that Emil's gay, then this sentence doesn't really make sense. Dancing and jesters and bears on unicycles. Would you ever have another one? Fira isn't here, is she? No? Okay. I wonder if the girl who did that.
急です続いている海寒ときてとドン七祝いぞと探査ルアインだ
Finding light in the bad times is the mark of a true leader.
I couldn't have spoken better myself. Your people deserve a moment of rest and celebration.
こうだった
And a man works better when he has something, or someone to fight for. Trust me, this is a subject I know well.
アルテルアッチさったた対決倒せさ
Facade's a really cool looking city. Though they need to repair that bridge over there. Poor pups. did it now. This music is like giving me chills. So good.
How nice! A wedding! Flowers everywhere. Everyone's happy. It's great. I'm kind of jealous. Aren't you kind of jealous, Kaine? Come on.
I wonder, just thinking about it, I wonder if when, in like Replicant, when you're younger, if that changes the relationship between you and Emil. It's like him, you know, him talking about like trying to find a girl that would appreciate, you know, or not worry about his face. Is in this version, but I wonder if he says the same thing in Replicant or not. Because, I mean, they wouldn't be talking about his marriage, right? Because sister instead of daughter. So they wouldn't have been talking about the marriage. I'm really curious now. I'm gonna like have to look up on YouTube, look up Replicant scenes or like differences between the games. Because I wouldn't be surprised if like they changed it to that degree, like between the version. Between Replicant, which is like primarily the Japanese version, and Gestalt, which I believe was made more so for like European audience and stuff, right? But it is an interesting thing that like it was such a big change for like the character's age entirely. So yeah, gonna have to look that up. Maybe that'll be like my light reading while I'm away.
That wolf is a shame.
Oh, jeez. 2 hits.
さて久しぶり決戦
改ざんぐさちあちわれ
いやこんたよりに
たく
I would rethink this course of action, King. Ahead lies a battle you cannot win.
おっとと来て総取りリス高い。
Okay. Literally. Alright, prepare for the fight. I think I'm ready for it. Let's see, what should we do? Let's hold off in the Forest of Myth. We do the junk heap, or we could finish up the king. I'm thinking finish up the king. I think, because I'm right here. Yeah. And then we'll do, I think that's the order we'll do it. We'll do the king, so we'll beat the wolf. We'll go to the junk heap, and we'll beat BP and Khalil. And then lastly, we'll do Forest of Myth, and then we'll save it there. And that'll be it for today. So let's go ahead and do that, I think, because I think that's a decent order to put in. I forget, did these guys say anything different? No, nothing different. Okay. Yes, please. Okay, he's not in there. I am ready for battle. Gotta avenge Fira.
Zerugan, Kizoto Yazi, To, Neru, Yiyu, Jikei, Tsu, Uru, Aruteru Adato, Skosraeda!
Madness. The wolves who attacked were only a fraction of the pack. How will you fight them all?
With a sword.
Alright, count us in.
And a spear.
Dekewachi, Wasei.
We're not doing it for you, dumbass. It's for Fira.
Kaine, you can't speak to a king like that.
Oh yeah, she can.
If this is indeed the plan, then let us make haste. We can ill afford another tragedy.
Fira.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there's just a long pause there. Alright.
カイザム・アコラ。
ゼルガン撃つと避けた。
これでサト・アルテルア・チンクルチーラス。
アルテルやトラーヤリアフィーヤくすったあ
チン
フィーヤギ来たタトサだキラツヨーリュータだツツシリウストサ
ティン
ヨーリワイトソフィーヤとつだったあ
ティン
なんだどうせ
ティントシケンユーカイザムデクなんだルアミ
スカー
あんだいえフィーヤロテとやりかきクソできたと食いてゲルだユラ・ウラーデペアとカイザムってカイザムとアイソフィーヤ・アイサムってフィーヤ・チネセキタとトラゼルガンってアンダーゼルガンヤーイズガッチクルソーカイザンゼスタルペア老体リスラ関係かけてしたすわれアルムキエルトチギサンテキタ
アルム
浮きわせんクユリエ
押して
キルタチエクグギリスアーガイカイザムより生き落ちずテクゴ
ユラ
カイザムチゼストズイわくれたしより
こうだた
I wonder if they just went to like a shelter or something and just recorded dog barks. I watched a live comic book before. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but they made all the sound effects like right then and there on the stage while doing voice acting for like the page they were showing. And it was like one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen, and also really impressive. So like they get like the saw blade and stuff to like make like lightning noises and thunder and stuff for like stormy weather and things. Or like they put like a microphone into a can and then like swung it around their heads to make like spaceship noises for like the sound of the engines. It was really cool. I can't remember the name of it though. It's some show that travels the country though. I wish I could remember it because it was really cool. If you like seeing things like that at all, then it would definitely be worth trying to watch if you could.
Above you! Stay on your guard!
Get up, please. There you go. Gotcha. Alright. As expected. But although it was like 3 hits that time instead of like 2 before. I wonder if that's on purpose that it's easier to hit them. Or maybe I just was hitting with weaker attacks. The king's really good at stabbing creatures. The wolf, the boar, he's good at getting that final blow in. So, just thinking, right? Shades are typically like human souls, right? So, why is there a dog's soul? Like, how did that get into this? So I was playing them. So like when I doing the speedrun, like it was reminding me of a lot of things from the first half of the game and whatnot, and from the very intro part. Oh, 1 second.
I believe that young Fira was perfectly content with the life she had. Of course, does this not sound like what she would say to you? She was terribly proud of her king, and now you must do all that you can to honor her memory.
ああ、だだ。ドリス・キオリュ、クタイット、リチ・ラエル、カイザムチ・タダ、ケテ。
Is that another infernal rule?
ウラーヌ・ペルアット、リ、アルテルア・チオアル、アンダ・トシドシ、ロ、フィネ。
Right, dog. How did the dog get in there? And so, like at the very beginning of the game, you don't have powers yet. You're just fighting things and beating them up with a steel pipe, fighting the shades. And it's not until like you're pretty much like on the end of your rope that you get powers from the book. Like you touch Noir, I think. There's not a shiny right there, is there? No, it's just light reflecting off it. Like the original me, the Shadowlord, yes, touches Grimoire Noir and gains like the magical abilities, and then you fight and beat things up. And at the beginning, he tells Yona not to touch the book that's next to her, which is Vice. And so like that kind of mixes in with the other stuff that we know now a bit, and kind of what I was saying before about like Vice's original purpose and stuff. And so like touching I think touching Vice is what probably caused the original Yona to like get the black scrawl, or to like maybe I don't know. I have to look at those Gestalt documents again, man. And also I really gotta boot up Automata. I still haven't done that to go look at the Gestalt documents that you get from there, because they have more info. So. Pig. But, like, the Shadowlord, I think, basically has his own quest to save his Yona, almost, you know, but instead of being accompanied by Vice, like we are, he's accompanied by Noir. It'd be kind of neat if there was like a side story thing where you could play as the Shadowlord and his shady quest. But who knows? Maybe. Also, I just while those cutscenes were playing, I was doing a little bit of Googling, trying to see if I could find if anyone compiled the lists of differences between Replicant and Gestalt, and couldn't find one. But I did find a couple blog posts from it's 3 years ago about Nier Replicant versus Nier Gestalt. So I'm curious about it. I haven't read it yet, obviously, but I'm gonna read it later, I think, for sure, because the very opening paragraph starts out saying that he just got the ending A for Nier Replicant. So I'm thinking that, well, I'm hoping it doesn't spoil anything about ending D, ending D.
Hey.
Though maybe I should be more careful. I don't know. I don't want to know what happens in D yet. Off to the junk heap then. Also, I think I glitched my garden. Pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but pretty sure. Because I planted these crops a while ago. Like, a while ago. The last time I streamed story stuff. Oh no, Monday. Monday was when I planted these crops. And normally it takes 2 days for them to grow. But I think something about planting the crops and then beating the game to get ending C, I feel like it glitched my garden or something. So I don't actually, they're not like aging for some reason. Which is really odd. But, yeah, whatever. So, it's gonna be a long, It would be a project to try to compile the differences between Replicant and Gestalt. Would probably require owning the copy of Replicant. But from the sounds of it, from like what Stray Cat and Kiraga were saying the other day, it's not particularly easy to manage that, especially if you don't speak Japanese. Poke. Poke. Why not? Let's take out a couple stage. What's this? Medical? Might as well. I don't even know. I don't think I even have the side quest for the old school books. So I really don't know why they're even an item. Unless they're just here for, you know, making me feel bad about killing possible shade children. In which case, that's fine. I don't mind if like items only exist to make, you know, make you think. Obtain gold ore. There we go. Probably need that. I'm not gonna bother with the lizard though. Not gonna bother with the lizard. I'm pretty sure I have enough lizard tails to last me a lifetime. The lizard tails, I think I did have to collect for a quest at some point. Or maybe the old books were used for something and it's just a quest at like the very, very beginning of the game to the point where I don't remember it anymore. But I think I definitely want to like just like boot up the game at some point, hit new game, and watch the opening cutscene knowing stuff that I know now, just to see if there's anything I kind of missed before. Do you mean like to play Drakengard and stuff? Or Automata? Because I'm with you there. Because it does make me want to play the other ones. I know that they're like tangentially related, I think, or something like that. But still, I basically just want to play anything and everything that
your weapon is ready to go.
That Yoko Taro makes.
Thanks.
You know,
or that has like similar
like
kind
that.
of similar kind of structure and like
I need to ask you
vision.
for a favor.
Yeah?
I want you to avenge my
Yeah, I don't know how feasible it is either.
That's a rather ponderous favor.
To be honest, I don't know the full list of things, but we could easily look it up.
Creating these weapons for the past 4 years.
It's why he's been going crazy for the last 4 years.
Money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those bastards.
Okay, let's see. So I have a list of works. Let's see here. So he's been making games since 1996. So there's Alpine Racer 2, which is an arcade game. Time Crisis 2 arcade. He's the background designer for both of those.
In the mountain.
Covert Ops
Shade
Nuclear
and
Dawn for the PlayStation, and he was the planner. So, and then it looks like after that is when he started to get into like directing and stuff like that, because Phase Paradox is from 2001 for the PS2, visual design and game designer. Then 2003 is when Drakengard happened, and Drakengard 2, and then Nier. And then Monster X Dragon is a web browser game.
Your brother was killed.
Demon Score is an iOS and Android game where he's the director. Drakengard 3 shows up for PS3, and he's the creative director and the scenario writer. And then Automata, and then also from 2017, Sin O Alice. It's an iOS Android game where he's the creative director. But he's also has 4 books according to Wikipedia. So Dragon Dragoon Utahime 5, where he's the supervisor, and looks like a couple of side stories of the same thing there. And then Thou Shalt Not Die, where he's the creator and writer for it.
It's killing time.
And then the other 2 things that he has is a stage play. So he has one called Yora, which sound from 2015. Yora, which is from Nier Automata, the organization. So that might be something really interesting to see. And then Thou Shalt Not Die 0, where he's the creator, another stage play from 2016. I don't know what thou shalt not die is, but its name is pretty awesome, and it makes me want to read it. I wonder if that's a book or a manga. Whoops. But yeah, that's, according to Wikipedia, that's all the stuff. So starting from 2001 is where he started, from the looks of it, having more of a direct influence over stories and stuff. And then before that, background designer. I don't really know. I assume that by background designer, it means like literally like the backgrounds of the game. But it could, I had to look it up, but it could also maybe mean, you know, like lore background, but that might just be a stretch. So maybe not. I'm just probably gonna go with it's probably like more art stuff. But that's all the stuff that he's done from the looks of it. So it's definitely I can't remember if I'd done it before with Keiji Okabe or Yuki Kajira, but I've definitely looked up stuff or like started in on an anime just because like the soundtrack was by someone who I really liked. Those two being an example. So Alice one is the fairy tale thing. I bet you, yeah, I bet you that one, if it has his influence on it, I bet you it's gonna be more like an original fairy tale than like one that you tell your own kids. You know, like where the original, I just realized I went the wrong way. The original fairy tales were pretty grim a lot of the time. And not great. Like, I'm pretty sure in the original Hansel and Gretel, they get eaten by the witch, I think. Most of them don't have happy endings. And are more cautionary tales to tell your kids so they don't wander off into the forest and do stupid shit. So, Phase Paradox sounds cool, just name alone. Sounds neat. And that's another PS2 game. Has no Wikipedia article.
His joy for the sake of the city.
He was able to help shape the life of his brother.
Poke. It'd be kind of fun if I really have to look into it more, the getting my PS2 hooked up, because if I can find if I can, you know, figure out the way to do it, we're going down. If I can figure out the way to hook it up and everything like that, which I'm very certain that I can, then it'd be kind of interesting to try to get a couple more Yoko Taro games. They were released or were not released in North America. Oh, they were, okay. I didn't know if... Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's good. That means no trouble trying to get it then. So what? Anyway, so what I was thinking just now is it might be interesting to get my PS2 hooked up to my capture card, and then buy some of these games, and then like maybe either after or instead of, depending on how we feel, or even, you know, concurrently with it. With Cloud Truck games, like do basically like Yoko Taro game stream time, essentially. So like we could start in on like the first Drakengard and try to play through it, and then do Drakengard 2 and 3 maybe. I don't know. Hold on, wait. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do Drakengard 3. Shoot. Because Drakengard 3 is only for the PS3, and I don't have one of those. But I could do 1 and 2, and maybe by the time I finish them, then I could get one. Because PS3s are, they're not super cheap, but they're pretty cheap still, I think. Let me see here. Because I know like Xbox 360s go for like $50 nowadays, and like the original Wii's also go for they go for an okay amount. But yeah, how much does a PS3 cost currently? When was this asked? This was asked 7 years ago. That's not a good one. Should just go on like oops, okay, gotta stop fooling around. Wrecked. Gotta go on like GameStop's website or something, or maybe just ask my friend. She used to work at GameStop. She could probably tell me what a PS3 goes for nowadays, because if a PS3 only costs like $50 or like $80, something like that, then I could totally get one just to kind of pick up Dragon Guard, and that would also open up a bunch of like JRPG games and stuff that I would want to play. That could be fun. That could be fun. But I think it'd be kind of a neat idea to just try to play like all the Yoko Taro games or something. I kind of want to go fight the other robots, just for fun. Just one. I just want to fight one. I won't waste too much time. Oh. That's not the right way. Excuse me, mister. But that'd be kind of neat to just like kind of, have an adventure through Yoko Taro's history. We need one of these. So, although I can't remember if it was someone in stream or just I read it somewhere online that someone said that the original Dragon Guards are really, I guess, clunky or like kind of hard to play. But I don't know. I have no idea what style of gameplay they are. I don't know if they're similar to this or not. But as long as they're not like a card game, be down for it. I'm not very. I think the last game I played that was like a card game kind of game was like the Yu-Gi-Oh games, like the PS1, which are pretty fun. But yeah, I can definitely do it. There's a GameStop nearby, so I could definitely check it out. You know what I'll do? It's like I said, my brother is coming, or said he was planning on possibly doing it. I should check my text messages to see if he responded about that. But if he shows up, then him and I could just go on an adventure over the town over and go see if there's anything there. We can just... Okay, yeah, nope. Because it's pretty good. There's also a mall near my house, but I can't remember if the GameStop is still open there because they're renovating the mall, and so half of it is closed. But... Oop, I see ya. I see you on the map showing up with your invincibility frames. You, come here. So I also want to look up and see if Thou Shalt Not Die is either a manga or a novel. Because again, could read it. I doubt it's going to be at Barnes and Nobles. I'm probably got to order online. Okay, we need to grab the bomb and go. Oh, it's a manga. Awesome. I like his style of like the characters and stuff. I don't think this is gonna make it. Nope, bit much. I can definitely make it if I don't get blocked by Emil and them. Come on, guys, come over here. Come here, Emil. Kaine. Okay, Kaine's. Let's try to get past Kaine. Excuse me, girl. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ah, yay. Okay. Phew. So that'd be cool. I really like his stuff, so what I'll do since it's manga, I'll look it up on like Manga Fox or one of those websites. Like maybe read the first couple chapters, see if I like it, and if I do, then I'll try to be a good person and support the official releases and his work and buy some of them maybe, because they're probably not too expensive, I would think. I mean, mangas normally aren't, like, typical volume is like $8 to $10 most of the time, depending. So, whee! Poke! And we don't even need the battle axe anymore to one-shot before. Let's try a different weapon. We'd use the axe of beheading. That would probably actually let him live for a while. Iron Will is the one that the Gideon gave us. So why don't we beat up monsters with Gideon's sword? That seems like something that, you know, would be good. And I don't really use the two-handed swords much. They always feel like really slow to me. I'm just gonna collect these things. It's licensed for English digital release. The manga is, you mean? So it's not. It might not be something that I can buy. Right. Yank. Gotcha. I mean, I'm sure that like one of the fan translating websites definitely would have it. I bet, because I feel like he's a popular enough guy that people definitely would like eat that stuff up. But if I can, I do want to read it, you know, like, legally and officially and stuff. Something I'm trying to do in my golden years here is to not be, you know, not always grab things for free just because you can. Yeah, like it. Oof. Wow, this is not a. Gideon's sword is not working too well for this. I'm gonna have to do this move over and over again to hit them with Gideon's sword. It's pretty big, nice sword though. Oh no, I want the golden bit. Machine oil is good. I know I need that for some upgrades. Hey, yeah. Blink. I'm just curious. We would find out by playing these games if every single one of the games that Yoko Taro has like had his involvement with, and like had a large say of things, ends up being like that's kind of like a tragic story with like a lot of really human elements to it, where nothing's really black and white, and you know there's a lot of gray areas between things. And you can kind of sympathize with people. That was actually unrelated, well, but related but not related. That's actually one of the reasons why Final Fantasy 13-2 was actually one of my more favorites, because I really liked Caius' story, the bad guy, because I feel like his motivations were pretty good. You know, he was trying to save a certain, a little bit much to destroy all of time itself to just save one person, but the whatever her name was, shoot, I can't remember her name. The girl, the time-traveling magic girl, the seer person. It's a pretty shitty life, you know, dying at 18 after seeing the future over and over again. Ooh, what's that? Yule, yeah. Like, I really like Caius and Yule's like story and stuff. So 13-2 made it really great, and also the fact that he won at the end. That alone just was great. I really like that. So 13 was like the last Final Fantasy game I played, which is why I feel like I bring it up a bit more. And also I know that you've played it, so. Much like Gideon, or rather, much like my feelings towards Gideon, I also don't really like his sword very much. But I feel like it's something to do. Here, use Gideon's sword to fight. Arbitrary QuickTime just yep. You want to see arbitrary QuickTime events and stuff like that? I have a game called Wet, which is like a hack and slashy game that's like all QuickTime events, and I'm really bad at it. No one ever had a chance. You're right. I mean, Caius is like 3,000 times better than him in basically every way, and Caius only actually loses because he wants to and does so on purpose. Caius also had a really, really awesome theme, music-wise. There's a remix on YouTube of Yule's theme, Caius' theme, and another one. It's like a 14-minute long remix, but it's so good. Love good music.
Intruder detected. Scanning.
Anything that mixes orchestras with like operatic voice and stuff like that, just instantly like appeals to most of the time. Like, oh, I probably should have not beat him so quickly so we can listen to Khalil's dialogue and stuff with him. I mean, we've seen it a few times, so it's still nice to see it. We'll do that for this. We won't kill him quickly.
thing can transform?
Wait, oh shoot. I thought that wasn't gonna kill it all the way. I thought you were stronger, BP. Okay, we still get the dialogue because he never dies on the first hit. I underestimated Gideon's weapon creating potential. Oop, I jumped into that one. Hi, BB. I haven't actually, like, really hit anyone with the full powered up. Spin to win! That worked. Where's the last one? Clearly we didn't really have any dialogue right there. We didn't even start talking. I never use this magic spell, but he has. I should probably start.
Must defend my mission. My mission.
Mission.
Forever.
Khalil. Together. BP alone. BP. Cry.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why are you here? Why?
I just realized Gideon's hitting it with his, like, human hand and not his metal hand. And he's still making that much noise.
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
I mean, he's a replicant though, Tyrion. So it's not really humanity. But
Hitting that thing
yeah.
won't bring your brother back.
He's dead! And it's this bastard's fault! And hitting it makes me feel better!
Yeah, but you're probably gonna get some pretty bloody knuckles, I think.
Wait! You freak! You goddamn freak! I'm gonna explore this entire mountain now! I'll make terrible weapons! Killing machines! No one can stop me!
Wish there was an option to stab Gideon right now.
Yeah.
Yep. I just looked up on GameStop.com to see how much PS3s were.
Madness driven by hate. This is hardly the happy ending I was expecting.
And they're like refurbished. They're like around 100 to 140. It looks like. So I think it's cheaper at like my local GameStop though. I'm pretty sure.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
I know.
Whew. All right, let's go back to our spear. Not that we need it. The Force of Myth is the only thing we have left, right? Besides the Aerie. So I mean, I don't need my weapon for that part. But whatever, it's all good. Active social media marketplace? You mean like? I mean, there's people who sell things like Front Porch Forum and stuff like that. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, there's a college near where I live, so it has a fairly active, like, people just selling things. Typically, you know, stuff that people need for moving in or out of college, or like old furniture and things like that. But I don't think I've ever looked around for it for games and stuff. But okay, I just want to see. So I feel like, yeah. So we could upgrade a Blade of Treachery to level 3. What else could we do? Labyrinth's Whisper to level 2. Labyrinth Song to level 2. Only one of them though, it's fluorite. Forlorn necklace. Oh yeah, there probably could be. Alright, so we got lots of fluorite. Let's see here. Let's do this. Bladed treachery. That's a pretty cool looking sword, actually. It reminds me of like He-Man's sword or something. Okay, we need pyrite to put that to level 4, but besides that we have everything. So, let's see, but I think we're only going to be able to do 1 or 2 of these. Because both labyrinth ones take fluorite. So, I'll just upgrade the spear, I guess. Actually, which one has the stronger attack power? This one. Oh, okay. Do that. That thing looks like something out of like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker that the Dark Nuts would wield. Right, and a sunrise. Rusty kitchen knives. That's a pretty cool looking spear too. Alright, so how am I doing here? I need pyrite mainly, it seems. And forlorn necklaces, iron ore, and broken wristwatches. More pyrite. More iron ore, more pyrite. More wristwatches and crystals. Black pearls. Fluorite. Arms. Subdued bracelet. No idea where to get that. Probably shades. Wristwatches, we know kind of where to get those. Alloys, pyrite. 2 eagle eggs. Womp womp. We know where to get them. That would take a while. Spiel the Usurper. Subdued bracelet again. So subdued things. More crystals. Okay. Alright, well, I need a good number of rare materials to kind of finish off a lot of those things, but it doesn't... Something hopefully that I'll be able to do. Because I don't want to, like, I really have no control over the RNG in the game, obviously. But ideally, you know, I want to put in my my farming time on this thing before. Or not before, sorry, in such a way that like I don't end up having to wait like more than 2.5 weeks before I can actually stream the rest of this playthrough, you know? Because I'm pretty confident that Ending D is going to erase my save. Pretty confident of it. I could use the speedy one to do it, but I feel like that's less meaningful in a way, you know? I don't know. It feels more right to get 100% on the game and then possibly have it all just go away and have that kind of be, you know, be the final like done with it sort of bit. Though I definitely am thinking that I might that another speedrun of the game could be in the future or something, because it was pretty fun and I know I can definitely do better, and it'd be interesting to try to get like that live split thing. Speaking of the speedrun though, I did download all the video files, the individual ones on Twitch, and then merge them together with a little bit of editing to just to like when that audio glitch was happening, to kind of edit that, like one, mute it because it's so obnoxious, and then just put like a little thing and then fast forward that kind of part until the stream or the issue was resolved. Ooh, broken earring. Just so that, you know, I wouldn't have to do that. I haven't uploaded that to Twitch because I don't think I even looked, but it was uploading to YouTube. So that's going up there. So no meme edits though. I thought about it. I thought about going and grabbing the Deja Vu music and then just like putting it very softly into the background whenever I was riding the boar. I was thinking that would be pretty funny. But at the same time, YouTube has been really strict about copyright stuff recently. And so I wouldn't want to risk it, because like then YouTube would just mute part of the video, and that's kind of, I don't know, I don't really want that, because, you know, if you're having a discussion and stuff like that in the game with people, or just talking about things, it kind of sucks if YouTube just kind of cuts it off. So But yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the copyright stuff around the that song in particular. So I just know that like one video that I tried to upload from, or well, I did upload it, but that was just like a VR chat, like small short one where I was kind of going up and showing people my sweet dance moves I have on an avatar, and one of the dance emotes that I have plays music, and it plays the song "Promise" by like Hiroki something like that. But that thing got like instantly copyright claimed on YouTube, and YouTube they didn't even mute the audio. They just straight up like removed the video. I mean, it's still on my account, but it has like a little flag thing that would be like this video is unavailable in all countries or something because of the copyright law on it. So I don't know. I have to assume that Google must have been being like sued a lot by various licensees, and that's why they started cracking down so much. But it kind of sucks because you can't make those silly little videos quite as well. Anyway, not that it's not a end-all be-all kind of thing. It just means that you can't put something silly like that into.
This is the village from the dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Too bad we're about to go experience more nightmares. I think let's go ahead and save. Okay. I have my water next to me. I'm gonna need it. Okay, here we go. 10 total. Let's talk to the man. Ah, you must be the Monopoly guy. Is he wearing glasses? Oh, he is. He is wearing glasses. He kind of looks like the Colonel from KFC, doesn't he? A little bit. Like if you put him in a white suit. A little bit like the Colonel. Weird. A little bit. Oh, let's see. Oh no, he's a bit more. He's a little more bald than the Colonel. Whoa! What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, that's just the mustache. For a moment, doesn't that look like it looks like he's grinning with insane teeth? Like one of those. You know that candy you can get? Like that's. I don't know why they made this into a candy, but you get them around Halloween, and they're like fake teeth, but they have like the teeth are candy pieces, and then the gum, quote unquote, that they're in is like it's like taffy almost. It's been a long time since I had one of those. I don't remember what it tastes like, but it kind of looks like that, where it's like the fake dorky looking teeth, but it is just his mustache. He still looks like the Colonel though, a little bit. All right. Anyway. Poke this. That's just an herb. Okay, here we go. Time to talk to the tree. All right. I'll start narrating when he goes black. When the screen starts to go black. Starting to refer to himself in the third person here. Although he always does that, I guess. Dark form that governs all memories. That would be nice indeed. Alright. Black. Pure darkness. Painted over everything. Words. Scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words. Difficult words. Amorous words. All sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united to whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached hospital sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred, swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep blue eyes. She is the beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he's unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon, this loathing eats away what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming, he knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, that this might not be so, but this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word, envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises. And another. And another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She's been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It's etched with a single word, loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It's a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that the carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories that so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Hakim had entered was almost completely empty. All I could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Hakim suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the forest of myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Hakim stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look. A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It looked to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories. That little thing? It's barely worth my time to kill. The tree extended a branch toward Hakim. Without a second thought, Hakim brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There's the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened his mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its powers on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore you. It spouted a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? Green. Wait, what? Ugh. You let slip through your finger. Wait, I think I just messed up. Wait, whoa, what? It wasn't green? It's always been green. What? What? Am I crazy? What's the color of the green jewel? Hold on. One moment here. Alright, when does it actually say what color it is? Like, I always assumed it was the gem that, like, flies out of the shade's mouth that it is, and I'm pretty sure that one said green. Where's envy? Alright, hold on. Where's envy? Where's the tree? The color mentioned. Okay, see, this is the envy memory. But I don't think he ever actually says what color it is. See, it's always tan skin and green eyes. And he's not able to look. Yeah, the Goat of Spears. Yep. See, it never says what color the envy is there. So I have to assume that it's the color of the one that falls out of the shade. So I'm looking for colors here. Looking for colors. Blackened pit. A few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. There's no colors there. And then the memory of that one doesn't have that. Doesn't have a color. And then imploring. Shadowy presence. This is shade. Okay, none of this mentions the color of the jewels. Cheap playing toys. And then he slices up in his stomach. And then conviction, satisfaction, no. No sound. Solitude. Makeshift vocal cord. See, here it says it spouted a glimmering green jewel. So that's green. I mean, that's not necessarily the envy one, but it's green. I mean, it's green, right? Like there's no mention of any other color. Brown and blue both did not appear at all, right? So green. There we go. Was it different last time and I just didn't notice? Anyway. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it, but that was strange. That was the first time it's ever not been green, I guess. Okay. Anywho. It spoke. This shade has intelligence and an emotion. Who cares? Hawking brushed Vice's comment aside as the sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended his remaining arm to Hawking. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment his fingers brushed against Hakim, the tree felt a warm sensation began to burn. Something hot coursed through his fingers, up its arms, out to its entire body. There was emotion, more than the entity had felt from centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than simple. This emotion had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul, and the man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation, but the time was not yet right. I implore you. How many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beasts? Ah, shit. So it was 63 when I went through slowly, and I totally just missed it because I was only looking for color there. Does anyone remember? Anyone see it when I was kind of flipping through? Because I'm just gonna guess 63 again if no one else happens to catch it. I guess I could have the stream open on my phone. I could rewind it, but I don't know. Gov, did you see the number when I was flipping through it? Probably not, right? Or I don't know how fast I was flipping through it. But if I had to, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, then I'll just go for 63. Okay, it was 63. Okay. Whew. Okay. Riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and splattered to the floor. The key, shouted the book. Grab the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite black mass spiraled its way into the wall. This world is falling apart. How can a world of letter, I implore? Most important thing, world. Yona. Most important thing, Yona. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Akeem was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied. What in the... I never realized that shades were capable of rational thought. Yeah, but if a shade did tap dance and play the fiddle, that would be pretty great to watch. Nope. Not in this village. Can't. Pum, pum, pum. Alright. Okay, there we go. Done with that. I think the villagers each have... No. I feel like each of them have a thing again, but there's no point in doing it. So... Alright, so that's that. And Dr. Popola. Right. So, but that is the Airy quest though, and I don't want to do that yet. So, so I think that this is basically going to end the stream. I think it was shorter than usual. But I think this is going to end it because I don't know. I mean, I could run around killing things on stream, but kind of want to probably do a couple of small things, like finish up some small projects I was starting to working on earlier and watch that anime, really. Like, I gotta watch the new Darling. I'll go save in the village, though. I want to save in the village, because I think where I'm gonna start with my farming is probably in the southern plains to fight the big armored dudes to try to get a bunch of wristwatches. Gonna get that watch. But yeah, so what I'll plan to do is be gone for a few hours while I catch up on anime. And then I think I want to stream Radiosphere, that flight game, some more, because I was having a really good time with the last mission that I was getting stuck on. It had a lot of dogfighting in it, which was fun. So, and then if my brother does decide if he's on his way up or not, it's like a 3 or 4 hour drive. Excuse me. Come on. Then I might not end up coming back online, but if so, then I will. And it will be fun. So, also look more into possibly getting the cable connections and everything like that for PS2. Do I forget, is PS3 backwards compatible with PS2, or was that when they stopped doing that? Oh no, I think I remember what it was. PS3s are compatible with PS1 games, I believe, but not with PS2 games. because I think it was too much for them to emulate or something like that. Something with the hardware, if I remember right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. So, yeah. So, what was Drakengard? Both Drakengard games were PS2, right? So, I need to get the cables and stuff for PS2 anyway. Yeah. But yeah, I'll look into that and try to figure out exactly what cables I need. So, although I suppose I don't really need to do it for a while, because I think the plan is still to do BioShock first, right? So I don't know how long those games are. Probably not more than 30 to 40 hours each at most, I would think. I don't actually have I don't really have an idea of how long those games are. So. But yeah, because if launch PS3 is compatible with PS4, oh, I didn't know that. That's good. Good to know. I mean, that would save me the trouble of trying to figure out how to hook that up and stuff, but because I'm pretty sure PS3s have an HDMI port anyway, like, which would mean that I wouldn't need any special adapter cords or anything like that. So that could be fun. 40-ish, yeah, that's my estimate for it. But I assume that, you know, more probably, I don't know, I could postpone BioShock if we wanted to like go the Yoko Taro route and stuff, because I'm totally cool with that. I mean, the games have been in my backlog for a while, so it's not like I'm gonna like a few more weeks or a month or so, however long it would take to beat those games. It's not gonna kill me if we want to do that. It'd be interesting. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I did look at that straw poll link the other day, and there was a second vote. It was also for BioShock. What I'll do, I guess, is I'll put together one more straw poll thing, and I'll just like ask the question that would be like, would you prefer BioShock or going after more Yoko Taro games, starting with Drakengard? And then I'll let that poll sit out over this week and stuff while I'm away, and then I'll come back to it. And if when I get back, if there's no votes on it, then I'll proceed as planned with BioShock. And if there is a vote on it, or if it votes towards Yoko Taro games, then I'll do that. That way, whoever that second person who voted on it, that way they, you know, hopefully they see it too and stuff. So, but that's gonna be it for the stream, I think. So thanks for coming by again, Gov. You reminded me that I need to watch Darling. I mean, I would have noticed when I was looking at the files, but you got me getting me hyped for it, so I'm ready. All right, so have a good rest of your night. If I stream again, maybe I'll see you. If not, enjoy. I think you were playing Fortnite before, some of that. So if you do that, have fun, and I'll see you later. So have a good night, man. I'm gonna watch my stream to wait for the lag of like 30 seconds or so to go away, just in case. But have a good one, man. All right, see ya.